You know, my English accent is not good. Okay, would you like to improve it? Yes, definitely, but I am a student. I don't have the money and time for English classes. So, you want to improve your English accent at home? Yes, exactly. But how? That's so easy. No problem. Let's talk about it. If you're looking for a nice English accent, but you don't have much time or energy for English classes, this video is exactly for you. Today I will give you 5 techniques that can definitely help you to improve your English accent so you can speak naturally in front of others. Now, let's get into it. The first technique is imitate native speakers. One of my friends, who is a great English teacher, once told me that if you want to have a good accent, you have to be a good imitator. Try to say exactly what you hear. So, at first, you have to choose a native speaker who is speaking American English accents or whatever accent you want to improve. Try to choose someone whose accent you admire. This can be actors, singers, YouTubers, just a native speaker that you admire their accents. Like whenever they speak, you would say, I really want to speak English exactly like them. Then you have to listen actively. Pay close attention to how they pronounce English words, even the intonation patterns. Like pay attention to the stress of English sentences. If they have a rising or falling tone whenever they are saying a sentence, because we are imitators, we want to imitate native speakers. After listening, now it's time to practice aloud. So after each sentence, you have to pause the video or the audio and start repeating aloud. Guys, please, don't repeat in your mind. Please say that aloud. Say that sentence. You want to improve your accent, right? So you have to repeat it aloud. You don't need to repeat that in your mind. It can help you to listen and start saying exactly what you hear. Do this after each sentence. Pay attention how these words are pronounced. Pay attention to the falling and rising tone, even the rhythm. So you have to say exactly what you hear from that native speaker. The next step is to record yourself. You know, sometimes when you listen to your voice, you can find some mistakes or errors that you couldn't hear them whenever you were speaking. So now you can find them and correct them for yourself. The second technique is record yourself. First things first, you have to choose a topic. And there are lots of topics from your daily life routine. Then you need to search for some words, sentences, phrases that are related to that topic. After you have found out and learned some phrases and words about a topic, now it's time to practice their pronunciations. Guys, this step is so important, so take it seriously. You want to have a great accent, so you have to know how these words are pronounced correctly. And then talk about that topic using these words and phrases. So at this part, we need to record our voice. Record yourself and start talking about that topic. And also you can prepare some challenging questions or some questions that are related to that topic. Start reading that question and start answering them using these words and phrases. Remember that this has to be a part of your daily or weekly routine. So every day or even every week, you have to set aside some time to practice recording yourself and speaking about a specific topic. And you need to be prepared for each of these topics. You have to find some words, know and learn their pronunciations. Now you have to start speaking about that. Now it's time to assess our accents. We have to listen actively and critically. Guys, please be honest with yourself. Find some areas that your accent needs to be improved. Sometimes you have to spend hours to listen to your accent and find your weaknesses. You have to find the areas that you have to improve. After you have found your weakness, it's time to repeat that phrase or repeat that word again and record yourself. You have to do this as many times as you can until you confirm that your accent has improved. You have to compare your accents from the first recordings and the recent recordings and see how much your accent has improved. For the third technique, you need your favorite book or your favorite text because we are going to read out loud. For the first step, we need some texts from simple sentences, to complex passages. Start reading slowly and clearly. Pay attention that how these words are pronounced. If you think that you are not saying that word correctly, it's fine, you can check that and look it up. At this part, again, I recommend you to record yourself because sometimes you can't hear what you're saying. And whenever you hear your own voice, you can find some weaknesses and make it better. And the last step is to read regularly. Guys, please make reading aloud a part of your daily routine. You can choose one of these techniques that we are talking about in this video and make them a part of your daily life. Otherwise, you will definitely forget how these words are pronounced a week or even a month later. You should practice them regularly if you want to keep them in your mind. The technique number 4 is my favorite one of all time. It is sing along to English songs. So, if you want to improve your American accent, you have to listen to American songs. If you want to improve your British, Australian, or whatever, you have to listen to that song with that accent. So you have to pay attention to this before you start doing these steps. So the first step is to choose a song with clear lyrics and also choose a song that has some complex and challenging pronunciations. The step number 2 is listen and learn. You have to listen to the song multiple times so you can understand and catch the rhythm. You have to feel and get the vibe of that song before you start learning something from it. Now it's my favorite part. We are going to sing along with the song. If you think that you don't remember the sentences and the phrases from the song, it's fine. You can use the lyrics. You can read along and start singing aloud. Again, you have to be a good imitator. You have to match their pronunciations and their intonations because it can help you to improve your accents. And the last step is to practice regularly. Again, I have to tell you that if you want to improve your accent, you have to make one of these techniques a part of your daily life. You need to set a plan or a schedule for this technique, and you have to do that. You have to practice that every day or even every week. It's totally up to you. And the last step that you're going to enjoy is use tongue twisters. First things first, let me tell you what tongue twister is. It's a phrase that has some tricky words, like some of these words are so similar, and you have to say this phrase for 3 or 4 times. This can help you to speak fluently and also confidently. Let me tell you some of the examples of tongue twisters. Like, I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. Or another example, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. So these are some tongue twisters that you can say these phrases for 3 or 4 times, and you have to say it so fast. It can help you to speak fluently. At first, practice with some simple and basic ones. So you have to say them slowly. And when you feel more comfortable with them, you can increase your pace and say them faster. And after that, you can choose more complex and challenging tongue twisters. You need to repeat them regularly and pay close attention to the sounds that are difficult for you to say, and you need to work on them. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. If this video was useful for you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now and like this video to support me and to let the YouTube algorithm know that you have enjoyed this content. In my point of view, imitating the native speakers is one of the best techniques, and you can definitely see a great result after doing that. But the other techniques are so helpful too, and they can help you a lot to improve your English accent. And also, if you know some other ways, you can tell me in the comments, and if you have some other questions, you can ask me in the comments. I will read all of your feedback and answer your questions. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Have a nice day.